Hello, YouTubers. So, this is the last little stretch series I'm going to do today. Another quickie. I love this one. Um, Learned this from one of my bodyweight heroes, Kavadlo, his brother Danny, at a workshop. Um, they published this in a book, and there's a lot of ways you can, modify and make this harder. But they call it the mini trifecta, and essentially it comprised of an L set, all right, which a lot of people can't do, a full bridge, which a lot of people can't do, and then the twist and hold, which most people can get into one variation or another there. So here's maybe a beginner version. Okay, so we have this thing called the sitting leg raise. So when we do an L sit, we come up and then we pull our legs up, try to fold into a pike if we can. Amazing stuff, right? This is not that, but it's going to work the same muscles with the same effectiveness, possibly more, especially if you got a really tight hip and back thing. You're going to take your hands, legs are together, straight, flat on the floor. I'm eventually going to lock these knees and pull my toes back as I do the exercise. I'm going to place my hands on either side of my legs. Right? Not on the fingers, but all the way down the palm. So palms flat to the floor. Now, right now they're about even with my knees. If I come back, it's going to get a little easier to do this. Go forward, it gets harder. Right? So I'm just going to drop them where they fell. I'm sitting fairly tall. Just drop them where they fell. And from here, I'm going to press the palms into the floor, and I'm going to lift both legs towards my face, pulling the toes back, locking the knees. So here we go. Palms on the floor, knees locked, toes pulled back, and lift. Really try and engage this pressing into the floor. Now you can do these dynamically like that for reps, or you can try and hold. 30 seconds would be monumental. If you're really stuck with this, slide the hands back. It'll make it easier. If you're still stuck with it, you can try one leg at a time. All right? The idea is we're activating the abs very strongly, deep abs, which is going to help to release and loosen the back muscles. In the last video, we talked about, whatever I'm trying to stretch, I want to think about contracting the opposing muscle group, right? So this makes that happen. This is the front of the hip, front of the core, and it's going to pull everything in the back loose here. So palms down, lift and lower. If it's too easy, reach further forward. Okay, I can't do it here yet, but palms down. Okay, so that's the sitting leg raise. Now bridge. I haven't even tried a full bridge in a long time. But let's just pretend we can't do a full bridge. We're going to do, I'll give you two options. Tabletop or the short bridge. I'm going to start with the short bridge. The short bridge starts like so. Feet flat on the floor, knees bent, hips are resting. And what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to bring my hips up. I'm going to pull my toes up into my shin. Make sure I've got a pelvic tilt. Then I'm going to take both hands, reach under my body, interlace my fingers. Now, my elbows are bent and my arms are pretty relaxed. What I want to do next is I'm going to roll this shoulder under, roll the other shoulder under, and straighten my arms and push high into this bridge. Now, you don't want your back to arch and your belly to pop up. You want to keep pelvic tilt, right? So you might feel a stretch here. Good squeeze in the glutes. Keep pulling up on those toes. And breathe behind tight abs. So my low belly, very tight. And I'm breathing into kind of my upper belly. And you're going to hold this for 30 seconds or so. Now, an option to that would be a tabletop, or this is kind of a support hold, but it gets close to a bridge. So position yourself about like so. I've got fingers pointed backwards. I'm going to roll my shoulders back and press them down. And I'm going to lift my body up so that from hips to shoulders, form a straight line. So squeeze the glutes, pelvic tilt. Roll those shoulders back. You don't want your shoulders droopy like this. Head and neck neutral, shoulders back and down. Okay? And hold that. Again, 30 seconds. So those are your two bridge options. After you've done 30 seconds of that bridge, the twist and hold stretch we've covered before. I'm going to sit. I'm going to bring one leg up above my knee, foot on the floor. This would be very beginner. I'm then going to hug that knee. So I've wrapped my elbow all the way around the shin. I'm not holding the knee like this. I'm going to wrap and I'm going to pull in. Pull. This hand's going to come back behind me and it's going to push into the floor and push me towards that knee and tall. And I'm going to move in the direction of that hand. That's the twist. Now, if that feels kind of easy, go with it. 30 seconds, a minute, hang out. We want to make it more difficult. Instead of bringing the foot up on the same side, we can bring the foot up and then cross it over. Okay, still above the knee. I'm still going to hug that leg. You've seen it done where people put their arms like this. That's fine. Right now, what I want you to do is pull that knee into your chest and get tall. Just do that. The free hand comes back behind you. Palm presses into the floor, lock the elbow, push down through the shoulder. You'll start to twist, look over the arm behind you, and turn into the stretch. You're still pulling here. To pull yourself in and tall and press yourself through the other arm. You want to get as tall as you can and rotate as far as you can. As you're advancing the stretch, try to make this hand behind you come further behind you and get deeper into that stretch. Now, if you need to further advance that one, send me an email and I'll show you where we can go from there. Now, those took a few minutes. They will loosen. Well, I feel a lot loosier already. I've been very tight in the hips today. That was 7 minutes there, so a little 5-minute hip opener. You'll feel it in the shoulders with that twist and hold and with the bridge. So give it a try. It will help with your abs. So, secret tip. Sitting leg raise, really great for your abs.